something that is even the gods in the heavens, devatarao janen na, emon kotha bolbo ekhon. So what is that? Vedaham Purusham Mahantam. There is an infinite being, Purusham Mahantam, and I have realized that. If you realize that, all right, what is it like, this Purusham Mahantam? Aditya Varnam, blazing forth like the sun, not with the material light, with the light of consciousness. Tamasah Parastat, forever beyond darkness, beyond the darkness of mortality, unhappiness, limitation. There is such a reality. And if you realize that, then what happens? If you find that reality, tameva viditva ati mrityumeti, you go beyond death. We just chanted now, mrityum amritam gamaya, lead us from death to immortality. So that is the promise of spirituality, of spiritual life. You go beyond human limitations, you go beyond human unhappiness, attain true fulfillment. Ati mrityumeti, goes beyond death. Nothing else. Is there no other way? Can't we go beyond death by, technology? Nowadays in Silicon Valley, they're actually thinking of uploading human consciousness into the cloud or something, so you can become immortal. Nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. There is no other path. The only path is through spiritual life. I heard there's this very well-known psychologist, R.D. Laing, in England, several decades ago. He said human beings are afraid of three things. We are all afraid of three things. First and foremost, common fear, fear of death. You might say, I'm not afraid of death. I don't even think about it. You don't think about it. So we suppress it. So fear of death, that's one. Our human mortality, that's one. Second, we are afraid of our own minds. We are afraid of our own minds. That's, I think, a very subtle and wonderful insight. We are afraid of ourselves. I mean, ki je kore felbo, ki je bole felbo, ki je bheve felbo, I don't know. So that mind. And the third thing we are afraid of is other people. We are afraid of other people in some way. Sometimes terrified of them, sometimes unhappy with them, sometimes depressed, sometimes disappointed with them. But in many ways, we are afraid of other people. And spirituality is a way of solving all of these fears, of going beyond fear. When Janak Raja attained enlightenment, his Guru Ashtavakra told him, Abhayam vai prapto si Janaka. O Janaka, O Emperor, Brahmagyan hoyeche, Bhagavan labh hoyeche. He didn't say that. He said, you have attained, you have gone beyond fear. Abhayam vai prapto si. You have attained fearlessness. It is possible. It is possible. Somebody asked me, in fact, my sister, I have a cousin. So when I became a monk, 12 years later, I spoke with her. She is a very accomplished professor in ISI Kolkata. The first question she asked me, "Are tu barit theke paliye geli keno? Why did you run up from home? What were you seeking to accomplish?" I said that, in my house we had books of Vivekananda lying around, and I was lucky to belong to the last, probably the last